Pass the hot mics. All right. We got hot mics for everyone. Hi, everybody. Hi, Al. So lots of developments, huh? Craziness. Let me just get to the YouTube so I can see what it says. Lots and lots of developments. Some crazy stuff with Delphi. I think we'll go over that first. Digging up a cat for cat hairs, and oh boy, that is some crazy stuff there. All right, let me go over here. Whew. And try to put your chat on live chat, and that way you're in live chat. And you can see all the messages. Hi, Al. Hi, Chris Ree. LMNW, Crafty Crafter on a Budget, Kevin Leonard, Jen Grill. Oopsie. Hey, Jeff Height. Carolyn, can I email you my theory? Absolutely. Absolutely, Jeff. My email, I'll put it in for you right now. I'll read out your theory, no problem, as long as it's not like disrespectful, like to like. And by I mean you can say I think someone might have, but like when I'm saying disrespectful, I'm saying like disrespectful to the victims or something. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. But I'll read your theory. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you can do that. I'm going to go over Delphi though, Jeff, so you have time to type that up and send that to me. That'll be good. And then, because there's like wacky stuff. I mean, those of you that, do you follow Delphi? Tell me, let me know.
Oh boy, I hope Deborah comes.
Oh, isn't she here?
Love it.
I think she's here. Is she here? Yes, no, I don't know.
I think everybody in the Zoom follows Delphi, for sure.
Oh, you want the number to get on Zoom? Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if anyone else wants to come on, Jeff, if you want to come on panel to discuss, I can give you a number and you can come on panel and tell your theory in your own words. Okay? Let me know. Okay, I just sent it to you. Let's see. Okay, let me go to what I want to do in this Delphi thing. This is just crazy. Okay, so what they're saying now, okay, is that Libby and Abby were victims of a botched kidnapping plot hatched by members of a local P-file ring. Now this is, I will tell you that this information is released exclusively by the Daily Mail. So, grain of salt, but they've been a lot better and really have not been, it's nothing like Radar Online or something like that, okay? So, we're going to preface it with that. But 2 weeks after authorities released a redacted version of the probable cause affidavit, we are finding this, that the Daily Mail learned that shortly after And I go to Robert Allen because I actually know someone named Robert Allen, and it drives me nuts because I keep saying Robert Allen instead of Richard Allen. It's driving me nuts, and I'm sure it's driving my friend nuts. Richard Allen, after his arrest, I'm laughing because I'm thinking about my poor friend that I'm like using his name and saying after his arrest. Isn't that nice? Because he's a really nice guy. Okay. So after Richard Allen's arrest, one of his neighbors recalled seeing police digging in his yard. And now the Daily Mail has been told that they were digging up the family's dead cat. Now they needed the cat's hair to match samples found on one of the victims. Well, this is something interesting, isn't it? Because this is going to make a lot of people, right? If you have a dog that sheds, a cat that sheds, you can be linked to a crime by your pet's hair. I've never personally heard this, and you think it's weird because there's, I'm sure, murderers that have pets and stuff, and you would think that if they have a shedding dog and it's on their clothes, and that's something interesting, isn't it? That's interesting. Carroll County Prosecutor Nicholas McLeland has openly stated that he believes Allen is not the only actor involved in this. And while Richard Allen has not been charged with kidnapping, prosecutors have alleged that he attempted it. Now, sources who are close to the investigation claim that Allen was acting with at least 2 other men involved in a P-file ring. Last month, Keegan Kline, a P-file of Peru, Indiana, who is currently awaiting trial on a slew of child P charges, was cooperating with the state police and prosecutors in a bid to reduce his own charges. The girls met with Keegan Kline online, the source told this publication, and he arranged to meet them that day, but he didn't go. Instead, he set them up to be kidnapped for a P ring. During one of several police interviews reviewed by the Daily Mail, Keegan Kline admitted to soliciting underage girls for naked pictures, and he catfished them posing as a teenage girl called Emily Ann or a hunky actor model called Anthony Schatz. We all know about the Anthony Schatz profile. Now, while Keegan Kline looks like this, he was using a profile that did not look like that. Hold on, I have to close so many tabs. I've got too many tabs open. And this is crazy. I must have 50,000 tabs open. Come on. I'm trying to get his picture up here. I'm trying to close some of these tabs, but alright, let's go back here. Alright, here we go. So yeah, definitely not looking like a hunky guy, Anthony Schatz, an actor model. No. So he catfished them with those accounts. But it was as Schatz that he communicated with Libby German. And chillingly, Anthony Schatz was one of the last people to communicate with the girls before they took that fateful walk on the Delphi Mountain High Bridge Trail. Police who interrogated Keegan Kline said they did not believe that he committed the murders, but was protecting the identity of the person that did. And this source revealed that Keegan Kline cut a deal with prosecutors. The search warrants on Allen's home and property were carried out based on what Keegan Kline told them. Indiana State Police Carroll County spokesperson Sergeant Jeremy Pierce would neither confirm nor deny any of the details put to him by the Daily Mail. He said, and I quote, "Law enforcement has not released any of those details or anything beyond what is in the probable cause." The source claims that Keegan Kline from whose devices police retrieved a slew of child pee, knows Richard Allen, and that the men met when they both lived in Peru, roughly 40 miles northwest of Delphi. The source also claims that both men knew Ron Logan. And Ron Logan is the guy that police first pegged as a suspect in the killings after the girls' bodies were found on his property some 1,400 feet from his home. An FBI search warrant served on Logan's home and property dated March 17, St. Patrick's Day, 2017, revealed that on February 14th, Valentine's Day, and that is just weird, right? The day after the killings, Logan asked a relative to provide him with a false alibi. He told a cousin to say that a friend had picked him up and taken him to a fish store between 2 and 2:30 and that he didn't return home until 5:30 p.m. The last time the girls were known to be alive was 2:13 p.m. when Libby made a brief cell phone call recording of the now infamous bridge guy approaching with the words, "Guys, down the hill." Logan's alibi was shown to be a lie, and text messages retrieved from his phone showed he was out of his house and in the vicinity of the murders on the evening of February 13th. The FBI document also noted that Logan asked his relative to lie for him the following morning before the crimes were even discovered. Logan died at the age of 84 on January 24th, 2022, and was never named as a suspect. But now, sources close to the Daily Mail said that Logan, who has a history of violence against women, was involved. According to the source, investigators believe that the plan had been for Allen to kidnap the girls and bring them to Logan's home, where he and allegedly Keegan would essay them. They said the girls were supposed to be kidnapped for the P ring, but something went wrong, and he knifed and R'd one and almost decapitated the other. Logan and Klein never met the girls. Police have been tight-lipped about the girls' cause of death, saying only there was a lot of blood at the scene. Now the Daily Mail has been told the murder weapon was a knife and that both girls bled out. Speaking well ahead of probable cause affidavit's release, the source revealed that the girls were killed near the river, information since confirmed, but then moved and posed naked under a tree. The FBI search warrant served on Logan's home also included law enforcement's belief that the killer may have taken souvenirs. The Daily Mail was told that underwear and a cell phone were taken from the scene. Underwear and a cell phone. The newly released probable cause affidavit also reveals that one of the girls could be heard saying the word gun. According to the source, the killer was wearing a gun on his waistband. Police recovered a Sig Sauer model P226 as well as knives from Richard Allen's home. Richard Allen's wife, Kathy, confirmed that the weapons were his. Forensic testing on an unspent round found near the girl's body shows that it had cycled through Richard Allen's gun. According to the probable cause affidavit, even though the bullet had never been fired, it bore telltale and unique signs of having been an Allen's weapon. The affidavit states between October 14, 2022 and October 19, 2022, the Indiana State Police Laboratory performed an analysis of Allen's Sig Sauer model P226. And then this came out that, yes, this had markings that showed that it went through his gun, that had been cycled through Richard Allen's Sig Sauer. Allen could not explain how a bullet had been put through his gun and how it could have ended up there between the girls, but he denied ever having been on the property or having lent his gun to anyone. Richard Allen has strenuously denied any involvement in the murders, though he has admitted to police that he was on the trail the day the girls went missing. According to the probable cause affidavit, several young people saw him there ahead of the murders. His lawyer said he's simply the wrong guy. They dismissed the probable cause affidavit as flimsy and described the forensics relating to the unspent bullet as junk science. Richard Allen is also someone who his lawyers have asserted in a newly filed motion stands no chance of a fair hearing should his trial be conducted in Carroll County, Indiana. They argue that the likelihood of a tainted jury pool is going to be the case should it be drawn from the girls' and Allen's home county is excessive. The state said the best way to ensure a fair trial is to move at least 150 miles from Carroll County. The judge has yet to rule on the motion. A bond hearing for Allen, who is currently being held without bond, has been set for February 17th, and he's set to go to trial on March 20th. I wonder if it'll really move that fast, right? I mean, look how long we're waiting for Letitia and other people. So, I have to see. And the cat hairs, this is just all craziness, huh? But we'll see. Now let's go to, I want to go to Leilani, and then we'll, because I know that we're going to be got her, Leilani has been indicted by the Chatham County Grand Jury on murder charges in the death of her 20-month-old son, Quinton Simon, today, Wednesday. According to the district attorney, she is facing 19 counts in the indictment, including 1 count of malice murder for the intentional killing of Quinton Simon and 2 counts of felony murder. So let's take a look at the indictment. Alright, now, just trying to bring it over there. I've got it over here, so let me get rid of this one. Get rid of this. And go to the indictment. Okay. Can I open that? Let me just make this larger. So, her indictment, let's read this. Just trying to make this a little bit larger. I can see this better. Okay. This is crazy. I can't put my glasses on. Well, let me get Leilani on there in 1 minute. Okay. All right, here we go. So let me grab this. Hold on, I'm just opening the file. Opening the file. Okay. I'll make this larger so everybody can, if you want to read it at home. So, Leilani Marie, look how she spells Marie, Simon, and offenses: malice murder, felony murder, 2 counts concealing the death of another, false report of a crime, and making a false statement, 14 counts of making a false statement. In the name of and on behalf of the citizens of the state of Georgia, charge and accuse Leilani Marie Simon with the offense of malice murder, for that the said Leilani Marie Simon in the county of Chatham and the state of Georgia on or about the 5th day of October 2022 did unlawfully with malice and aforethought cause the death of her son Quinton Simon, a human being, in a manner unknown to the grand jury at this time, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. Felony murder, count 2. And the jurors aforesaid in the name of and on behalf of the citizens of the state of Georgia further charge and accuse Leilani Marie Simon with the offense of felony murder, for that the said Leilani Marie Simon in the county of Chatham in the state of Georgia on or about the 5th day of October 2022 did commit the offense of aggravated assault in violation of OCGA 16521, a felony, in that the accused did make an assault upon the person of her son, Quinton Simon, with an object that when used offensively against a person did result in serious bodily harm, injury. The nature of the object being unknown to the grand jury at this time, and the accused did, in the commission of this offense, cause Quinton's death, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. And the jurors, count 3, felony murder, and the jurors aforesaid in the name of and on behalf of the citizens of the state of Georgia further charge and accuse Leilani Marie Simon with the offense of felony murder, for that the said Leilani Marie Simon in the county of Chatham in the state of Georgia on or about the 5th day of October 2022 did commit the offenses of cruelty to a child in the first degree in violation of OCGA 16570, and that the accused did maliciously cause her son Quinton Simon, a human being and a child under the age of 18 years, cruel and excessive physical pain in a manner unknown to the grand jury at this time, and the accused did, in the commission of this offense, cause Quinton's death, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. Count 4, concealing the death of another. And the jurors aforesaid in the name of and on behalf of the citizens of the state of Georgia further charge and accuse Leilani Marie Simon with the offense of concealing death of another, for that the said Leilani Marie Simon in the county of Chatham in the state of Georgia on or about the 5th day of October 2022 did unlawfully conceal the death of her son Quinton Simon by discarding him in a dumpster at Azalea Mobile Home Plaza, which hindered the discovery of whether Quinton was unlawfully killed, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. Falsehoods on October 5th. And the jurors aforesaid in the name of and on behalf of the citizens of the state of Georgia further charge and accuse Leilani Marie Simon with the offense of a false report of a crime, for that the said Leilani Marie Simon in the county of Chatham in the state of Georgia on or about the 5th day of October 2022 did willfully and knowingly give a false report of a crime to Chatham County Police Department, a law enforcement agency of this state, by implying that Quinton Simon had been abducted by an unknown intruder, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. Count 6, making a false statement. And the jurors aforesaid in the name of and on behalf of the citizens of the state of Georgia further charge and accuse Leilani Marie Simon with the offense of making a false statement, for that the said Leilani Marie Simon in the county of Chatham in the state of Georgia on or about the 5th day of October 2022 did knowingly and willfully make a false statement to Marion Lemons of the Chatham County Police Department and Bradford Snyder of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, law enforcement officers engaged in the law discharge of their official duties, investigating the disappearance of Quinton Simon, a matter within the jurisdiction of the Chatham County Police Department, a department of the top government in the country, on the county, to investigators by having admitted that she had left her home in the late night hours of October 4th, 2022 to meet her drug dealer, falsely stating that the purpose of this meeting was to pay an existing drug debt, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. Count 7, making a false statement. And the jurors aforesaid in the name of, okay, I'm just going to cut to the chase here because I'm going to go here. So, she did willfully make a false statement to Marion Lemons of the Chatham County Police Department and Bradford Snyder of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, law enforcement officers engaged in the lawful discharge of their official duties investigating the disappearance of Quinton Simon, a matter within the jurisdiction of Chatham County Police, a department of this, okay, that's how was she, okay, so she falsely stated that the only controlled substance of which she was a regular user was marijuana, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. Another one of her false statements, let's just cut right to the chase here, by falsely stating that the only controlled substance she had used in the past 24 hours was marijuana, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia, the good order and peace and dignity thereof. Another charge count 9 of making a false statement. And this one was saying that she left her home, in the early morning hours of October 5th, falsely stating that the purpose of the trip was to meet her friend and to obtain Oragel, a topical pain reliever, from someone on this trip, and accused her, in fact, met someone in a Chevron station, service station, that had obtained Oragel from her, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. Count 10 of making a false statement, and that is, she had, in fact, okay, let's see what she did here. In the early, what'd she say? She had, in fact, traveled to Azalea, okay, what'd she tell them? She did knowingly and willfully conceal from Mary Ann Lemons of the Chatham County Police Department and Bradford Snyder of the Federal Bureau of Investigation the disappearance of Quinton Simon, a matter within the jurisdiction of the Chatham County Police Department, a department of the government of this county, to investigate. As a matter of fact, to what that in the early morning hours of October 5th, 2022, she had in fact traveled to Azalea Mobile Home Plaza, and there she had discarded her son, Quinton Simon, in a dumpster, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia. And then 11, another one, let's see what she did this time. This is a false statement because she admitted that she had left her home to meet her drug dealer in the late night hours of October 4th, falsely stating that the purpose of the meeting was to pay an existing drug debt, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia, the good order, peace, and dignity thereof. Another false statement, this time, let's see what she did here. Matter of fact, on the night of October 4th, she had used controlled substances contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia. So she had used controlled substances. 13, making a false statement to investigate by having admitted that she left her home in the early morning hours of October 5th, had traveled to Azalea Mobile Home Plaza, falsely stating that the purpose of the trip was to meet her friend to obtain Oragel, a topical pain reliever, from her, and on that trip had accused her, in fact, met her at Azalea Mobile Park Plaza and obtained Oragel from her. Okay, great. So she's lying about why she met that woman. And then another one, let's see what she did here. She went to the Azalea Mobile Park. She discarded her son there, contrary to what she said. Now let's see here. 15. She admitted that she had left her home in the early morning hours, had traveled to Azalea Mobile Home Park, falsely stating the purpose of the trip was to meet her friend to obtain Oragel, a topical pain reliever, and on the trip had in fact met someone at Azalea Mobile Home Plaza and had obtained Oragel from her, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia. Making a false statement. Okay. 3 more false statements. She admitted that she had discarded something in the dumpster at Azalea Mobile Home Plaza in the early morning hours of October 5th, falsely stating that all she had discarded was normal household garbage, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia. Okay, and then the next one is, let's see. In the early morning hours at Azalea Mobile Home Plaza, she had discarded her son Quinton in a dumpster, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia. And then we have this one that says, what should do here? Police department accused, but rather, and they blanked it out, who had traveled away from the home in the early morning hours of October 5th, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia. Okay, so this is the last one here. Once again admitted that she, not someone, had left the home in the early morning hours of October 5th, 2022, and had traveled to Azalea Mobile Home Plaza, and having admitted that she had had no contact there with her friend, falsely stating that she did not remember what she had done there, contrary to the laws of the state of Georgia, the good order and peace and dignity thereof. Okay, so she was formally indicted. So we'll learn about. And thank you to whoever sent the super chat there. I heard that go up, but thank you. Thank you to who sent that. Thank you, Larky. Happy holidays, calendar members. Thank you. Okay, now let's go back and we're going to just check out. So when she's back doing court. Let's see. Do we know when she's due back? Court. Let's see what it tells us here. This is the dumpster. That she left little Quinton Simon in the Azalea Mobile Park. Nice. So now we'll go to Idaho, okay? Idaho. Okay. Sorry. It's crazy. So, coroner confirms at least one of the victims had defensive wounds. Okay. The coroner who confirmed the cause and manner of death of the 4 murdered University of Idaho students confirmed this week that at least one student fought against the elusive suspect. County Coroner Kathy Mabut determined that the manner and cause of death for Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogen, Ethan Chapin, and Zaina Cornoodle, the students, were murdered in November 13th in their off-campus rental on King Street. The coroner said that although she's waiting for the toxicology results, which would determine if any of the victims had alcohol or drugs in their system, the results won't change the cause or manner of death in this case. They can be related to cause and manner of death, but they are not this case, she explained, adding that one of the victims had defensive wounds. Mabut, whose primary job is as a defense attorney, visited the crime scene before informing the victims' family members about the details in the autopsies. The students were found stabbed to death from what Mabut describes as a large fixed-blade knife that left multiple stab wounds on the victims. Moscow police said 2 victims were found on the 2nd floor, 2 were found on the 3rd floor, which is built into the hill. The intruder police said did not attack 2 additional roommates on the 1st floor. Investigators do not believe the surviving roommates had anything to do with the murders. Police say the suspect, who has yet to be named or found, confirmed the killer used a sharp-edged knife for the killings. Last week, police said they were interested in speaking with the occupants of a white Hyundai Elantra that was reported in the area around the time the girls were murdered. And so let me see. I mean, the panel's open for anybody that wants to call in. Let me check my email to see if that person sent me their theory. Okay.
Carolyn L. said earlier that she keeps sending the wrong email.
Oh, I
I don't know
just,
if her
I-
email or the one.
yeah, I just sent it to her.
Oh, okay.
So now, Jeff, this is Jeff's theory, okay? He sent it to me here. I think the white Hyundai at 1242 Hanson Avenue may be the car seen on the gas station footage at 3:45 a.m. Hang on a minute. Okay, at 3:45 a.m. The gas station employee described the car on the video as going westward on East White Street and... Hold on a minute, I have to... Your email is because you put a picture in there really large. You sure you don't want to come on panel and give your take on it on panel? Okay, so it says on East White Street, then turning onto a side street. The only side street that can be seen by that gas station. Hold on. By that gas station camera facing East White Street would have to be Hanson Avenue. I believe the terrible photo the employees took with the iPhone shows the car going in the eastward direction. Police say there's 2 different times in the security tapes where they've seen the car. Maybe she witnessed the car leaving, and then she returning to the same place. I think, oh my gosh, her pick of the car is of it leaving Hanson because it's facing east unless the photo is flipped. Oh boy. I bet all she really saw was a resident of 1242 Hanson leaving and returning home. The person may have had nothing to do with with anything nefarious, but it's unlikely that this happened just driving on the terrible day near 4 a.m. Okay. You think, okay. So you're thinking she just saw somebody there, the Hyundai from, okay. So you're saying this. I don't even know where you're, I keep losing your stuff because it's, hold on. Let me just make sure that we're still good here with our live. If anyone wants to come on, come on. You got pics with email. I did get the pics with the email, yeah. But I really wish you'd come on though, Jeff. Can I send you the number? Because it's really, it would be so much better if you explained it.
He says he can't, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, well.
Oh, now he says, sure, Carolyn.
Okay, I'm going to send you the number because, yeah, it's really hard to,
And Alice was asking for help if you could do it the way you did the last couple
I
of nights.
did. I did. I sent it to you. I'm not sure why you're not getting it. I'm sending it again. Okay. And I'm going to send it over to Jeff. Okay. I'm not sure why it's not going now. I sent it both ways. I sent it to you myself as well. And then I replied to your emails with it. I don't understand. Let me get back to the live chat. Hi, Mike. Hi, Deborah. Hopefully you have it now, Al, because I've sent it a number of times to you as a reply and then to you in your own email. I gotta take my vitamins. Hi, Whisper. Got it, good. Yeah, I think we're all getting a storm. Isn't that funny? Is everybody getting a storm? Crazy. It's the end of the world, I tell you.
Yeah, maybe.
Remember that Twilight Zone where it wouldn't stop getting cold?
Yeah, we've had a weird winter so far. Oh, okay. She's in. She got in. Elle got in. Welcome, Elle.
Thank you.
Hi,
Hey.
how are you?
everybody.
You got in.
You got in.
I made it.
And I'm not sure. So Jeff is saying that he thinks that there's nothing with that Hyundai that, if I get him right, that it's just, they're just seeing someone coming and going on Hanson Street or something. I don't know. Yeah, you don't have to be on camera, Jeff. You can be like, just see how people have a name there, like Bucky Yan.
Hey, and you just get, you shut the camera off and just have the microphone on. So you do not have to show your face at all.
See? I have to get something before I get sick.
Yeah. Oh, here he comes.
Where's Jeff? That's fast.
Wait till he connects his audio, and then his camera's off anyway, so he's good.
Hey, Carol.
Hi,
Am I here? Am I there?
You're here,
Here?
Jeff. Hey.
Awesome. Thanks
Awesome.
for letting me be part of this.
Oh, no problem. So explain to me your theory. You think it has nothing to do with the murders and that they're just seeing someone coming and going from their home on Hanson Street?
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole thing started when I heard what the gas station employee said, that they said from the camera footage from the gas station, they saw the car going westward on East White. And so at first I saw the camera on the opposite side of the gas station, the one facing Highway 8. And I thought that's the one. I guess I was watching another YouTube channel,
Right.
and they were saying it doesn't make sense, the number of lanes on Highway 8 in the blurry photo.
Right.
So then I found the camera that was pointing. It was on the car wash exit of the gas station, and that was pointing right at East West Avenue. But it was also kind of pointing directly at where you would turn onto Hanson. So when the gas station employee said the car was going down, that they witnessed the car in the video going down westward on East White Avenue and then turning into the neighborhood, I thought, well, the only street that they can see, I think, from that camera would have to be Hanson. And then when I went to Street View and was looking at Hanson, I mean, the very first house right across from the gas station has a white Hyundai parked in the driveway. And now it's not a Hyundai Elantra, though. It's a Hyundai, I think it's pronounced Veloster, I
Okay.
assume. Because you can see in Google Earth, you can zoom right in on the back of the car and you see it says Veloster.
Right.
Now, I mean, from the side view, it looks a lot like the car in the blurry photo. I mean, it kind of, because a lot of times the news and everything is showing a four-door Hyundai.
Right.
And
Yeah.
but that blurry photo, I know when you take a still of a moving car, it's going to stretch it a little bit, and change the, it's going to distort it a little bit. But I mean, I'm semi-convinced that car in her blurry photo could just be that car in the driveway. Now, some people have pointed out, if you look on Google Earth at that car in the driveway, it's got a black, cloth bra on the front bumper.
Okay.
But Google Earth photos can be months and months old.
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah. Of course.
maybe on the night of the
Doesn't it
murders.
usually tell you the date on there? On Google?
Carolyn,
Mhm.
I
I didn't
put
notice.
up echo. There's an echo, as some of our guest members are noticing.
All right. Let me.
A slight
It might be.
echo.
Hold on. Let me just fix something. It might be my
I
phone.
apologize for the inconvenience, Jeff. I apologize.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
But doesn't the Google Earth tell you?
I can you look at that photo I sent you?
I just put it up there. It's up there. The one. Yeah. So it doesn't have the date on here. Let me see. I don't see the date on here.
I don't remember seeing a date on the photo, but I mean, even if they, I mean, because some people were just throwing out the idea, oh, it can't be that car because it's got a black bra on the front of it. I mean, you could just take it off for one day, that particular day,
You could.
be
Yeah.
seen, and then put it back on. So I don't think that's enough to
It
to
just
make
seemed,
me.
yeah, I mean, it seemed weird, like, just because the car is going that they would say, oh, that car must be involved. So, yeah, I don't know. But maybe there is, like, other footage of that Hyundai and they don't want to say it. Could it be that, like, there's other footage of it in other cameras somewhere? But they don't.
I thought I heard somebody say that they got a chance to look at that footage from the gas station, the actual video, and then it was just horrible quality. So I mean, that poor employee at the gas station has been like run through the muck because the photo was so bad. But maybe that's just how bad the footage is. One thing that I thought initially was the problem, though, was that with her words, she described the car traveling westward on East White Avenue and then turning. But the photo shows the car, pointed in the opposite direction. So I thought, well, wait, maybe that's a problem then. Or maybe she misspoke. But then it got me thinking either her phone, when it took the picture, flipped the image, but you can see the reflection of her phone. And I know on my iPhone, I can only flip the camera that's pointing at me, not the camera from the lenses on the back of the camera. So I don't think it's a flipped image. So that led me to believe if her words are describing a car going west, but her photo is showing a car going east, then maybe she actually witnessed on the video, the full video, the coming and going, the returning of, the car. But it seems that she would have said that, but maybe she just, was a few words and just didn't include that. She just said she probably got excited, took a picture of it, sent it, and then when asked about it, she said, "Well, yeah, when I watched the video, I saw the car going westward direction and then turning into the neighborhood." But that phrase, turning into the neighborhood, when I looked at that little area, it's like, okay, well, that's got to be, turning off of East White Avenue, turning into a neighborhood. It's got to be Hanson. And assuming there's no other cameras on that side of the building. I mean, I looked all over the building very closely. That camera at the car wash that's facing East White Street. That's the only camera I could see on that side of the building.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know. I think, but I'm just wondering though, if they say, look, we need the people in the Hyundai Elantra to get in here because we know something about it, but could it be that how many gas stations are in that town? Like, could someone else have gotten, video of them dumping something somewhere in that Elantra? Because just to see it going like that, I don't see. I mean, there had to be other cars, I would think, right? Out at that time. And is it that they've seen this Hyundai Elantra in some other place and they're just saying that to not alarm the occupants? Like, we saw what you did. Well, we just think, you might have seen something you don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. Because it does seem weird that they would just see it like that and think, like, I don't know. Was that really, like, the only car that was... And, like, what was suspicious about it? Just because it was going in that direction? Like, is that what it is? That... I don't know.
No, I think it's that it's 3:45 a.m. on that night,
Yeah.
and it's a white Hyundai. It's just, and it just seemed, when I saw the story, and it took me a while to figure out which gas station that was actually from, but I'm like 100% sure it's
Right.
802 Troy Road, right? And it's it's a food mart. It's got the blue food mart sign on it.
So let me
And
see.
yeah, for
802.
so long I was looking at the wrong side of the building because there is a camera that faces Highway 8 at the car wash entrance, the entrance to the car
Right.
wash, and nothing was making sense. It's like, well, how is the camera pointing at Highway 8? The road she's talking about is on the other side.
All right, now.
So, but I think if a white Hyundai at 3:45 a.m. seen by that camera that she described as going down East White, turning
Okay, now I'll
onto
tell
what
you.
has to be Hampton.
I don't know if you're able to look at YouTube without the sound on because it'll echo like crazy, but I have the Google Street View up and it says it's from November of 2015, what I'm showing right now.
Okay.
This, I'm panning around here. Let's see.
BBC says that Jeff is still echoing.
Okay.
I mean, you know what? I think it's because of. Is there a way to mute? I know on my computer I can mute YouTube, but.
Oh yeah, you just low. Can you just lower the volume on YouTube or? Yeah, there's a way.
No,
that
I can only lower the volume on my phone.
Oh, on your.
Let me just pause the.
Yeah, just
I can
stop the
pause
YouTube.
the YouTube
Yeah,
video.
stop the YouTube. Yeah. Well, then you won't be able to see the Google, but you can stop the sound on it just by. Oh, you're on your phone though, so you're. Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay. All right. Well, I'm panning around the building here. Is it the food?
Yeah, so
is it the food
the camera's
mart?
located on the. You see that guy that's standing there?
He's what the guy that's where I see a guy
In
that
the
going
black-
in and
in
a
the
guy
black
that's
jacket?
yeah there
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah there's two guys
Yeah.
in black jackets. One's going in and one's
The one you have more near the corner of the building.
right here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he were to walk around that corner, make a right, and then go towards the back of the building, that's where you'd see the camera.
Oh, this way. Okay, this way. On White Road. Okay, yeah, over here. This is where you were, right?
Yeah, so the camera is like if you were to continue to go around the building,
Yeah,
go walk past those cars that are parked there, you'd see. I think you should be able to get there. I mean, it was a little tricky at first to get Google Earth to take me to that side of the building.
I did. I'm there now. It'll take
Okay.
a minute to catch up on YouTube.
Okay, I got you. I see it now. Okay. Yeah, so you can see the cameras right over that, to the left side of the car wash exit.
Is there? Okay. And that's the only camera?
That's the only camera I could see that's on that side of the building.
You would think,
unless they had.
you would think
and I
they
don't
would
think-
have a camera towards the pump somewhere, right?
I looked everywhere on the pumps. I didn't see any. Unless maybe they have cameras on the inside of the.
Usually they have cameras like right on the pump, like you can almost see yourself pumping the gas.
Oh,
Sometimes,
okay,
you
yeah,
know what I
maybe,
mean?
yeah, maybe the pumps themselves have cameras built into them. But yeah, because it's no. I mean, I can't prove that the shot of the car is taken from that car wash camera, but it sure fits the description. If she sees the car that's in the footage on East White Street, and then it turns into the neighborhood.
How far
if
is this from Kings Road?
Oh, it's like a 5-minute drive, maybe even less. I mean, I looked at on Google the time that I had happened to look at it. It was estimating a 5-minute travel by car. And maybe that rules this car out too. Is I don't know at 3:45 a.m. What does that suggest the car is on its way to do this terrible deed, or is it is it coming back? Or
I don't know. Unless
personally, I think it probably just that car has nothing to do with it. I think, and it's probably some teenager that maybe snuck the car out at 4 a.m. and then now they see it on the news and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't see anything. My parents are going to kill me. I shouldn't have been out at 4 a.m. that night.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, but could they have dumped something, because the police aren't releasing everything. Like, could they have dumped something there? In a dumpster or something?
Well, yeah, I did hear somebody, maybe it was on your stream, or maybe somebody that I heard recently that was saying, like, if they think this car is the one involved, the one that's captured in this video, they should be checking, like, from this point to the murder house. I hate that term. The house where it happened.
Right.
They should be checking along there for, like, possibly was the weapon thrown out of the car traveling in that direction. But
I'm sure.
But I think if all they have is like a not a great quality video taken by this gas station, I mean, there's no way you don't see any. I'm sure you don't see any license plate. I mean, we don't have any license plate to go on anyway.
Yeah, wouldn't they have a license plate? Like, you think somebody would have had a license plate somewhere? I mean.
But I mean, this could be a car that is suspect because of the time of the morning, or it very well just because of the. I mean, I personally think very good chance it's just that person. Assuming you said the Google photo was from 2015 now.
Well, no, of the gas station. Yeah, that's what it said. That was.
Well, I wonder if is there a date stamp on the the driveway that has the white in it?
Do you have the address of that driveway, or did you?
Yeah, it's 1242 Hanson.
1242.
Hanson Avenue. And I hope if whoever lives there, and there's part of me that fears, like, I don't want to be the one that, like, if I saw him a car, that's great. But if I last thing I want to do is, like, point the finger at somebody completely innocent. So that's why I'm kind of.
Okay.
That's why I keep saying I think this might be that car, but they have nothing to do with anything.
This is from October of 2021.
So that's not that long ago.
Year.
Or recent, 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you show that image on?
I'm just showing it now. Yeah, the driveway. Yeah, but I don't know what.
Yeah,
they might.
I mean, other than the black bra on the front of that car, I mean, I'm a video editor and a photographer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I look at images with great detail. I'm often. I said awesome. That was a Freudian slip. I'm often looking at blemishes on somebody's face and fixing pimples, and I even used a right eye to replace a guy's left eye. I copied his eye.
Oh, I had to do that to my dog because because I'm a hobby photographer too. And when I took a picture of my dog, he has a lot of hair. The one eye got, and I cloned the right eye. I had to clone it in.
It's
for
cheaper than a
Sunday.
haircut.
Yeah. Well, I didn't feel like
doctor, right?
taking everything over. It was a great picture. Otherwise, except he had this like hair right in front of his eye, and it looks pretty. Nobody would know.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't
But I think I mean, other than that, the bra, on the front of the car. I mean, looking at the side of the car, I mean, I'm convinced that very well could be the car that the gas station employee saw.
But I wonder.
So that either means two things: it's like they should be investigating that car, or they should be or it's nothing. It's completely nothing. But I mean, I didn't expect to see that car in the driveway. I was just trying to figure out from her description and where the camera was. That's all I was looking for. And I found the camera pointing that way, and I thought, okay, this must be the camera that took the video. And then I'm looking and I was kind of trying to see if I could figure out.
So now
where
look,
the
now
car
I'm
was.
back here, and when I go here from that address, now this is October of 2021, not 2015 of this gas station. That's weird because it has the same men. No, now it switches to November of 2015.
Oh, because they stitch pieces together
Yeah,
that are even
yeah.
just like a couple 100 feet apart. Yeah.
Yep, like one portion said the 2020, now it's went to 2015, yeah.
Yeah, I have some stills that I grabbed from Google Earth that are my uncle who had passed away. And we just happened to be looking at the house where he lived. And he just happened to be in the front yard when the Google camera came by and took pictures.
Well, I know
so.
somebody found my daughter on the street in Albany, New York. And they're like, I recognize you with the flower in your hair that you were. And then it was just hysterical that they just looked at this one place and she didn't even live there, but they noticed her right on the street.
Oh, that
and they
is too
sent it
cool.
to her. It's funny. Yeah. But,
Yeah, I think I've only seen one of those vehicles driving by once.
I'm just
And at the
gonna
time, I don't think I
verify.
was sure what it was.
So-
But now I know if I see that again, I'm going to follow it for a while just to be sure I get my picture. And
But so
Well,
on
we will-
Highway 8, would they, if they were going back to Kings Road, would they go on Highway 8?
yeah, I think they would go to Highway 8.
Diamond
Now I'm
Inn.
going from memory looking at that, but I think what you do is you go on Highway 8 and then you make a right turn onto East White Avenue, like this. It's kind of at the front end past the gas pumps. You make a right turn, kind of sharp, almost like you're doing somewhat of a U-turn, but not a complete U-turn.
Maybe I'm going the wrong way because now it's turning into Troy Road. Is that right?
No, I know that's the address of the gas station, but
Okay.
I thought Highway 8 is just on the opposite side.
I don't know. I'm
of
just
the
trying to
gas
see
station
how
from
far
East White.
that house is from here, Kings Road. And I'm just on here. We used to do this a lot, go on these Google Drives to around crime scenes to try to see where things were. And then it says
Right.
South 95. So am I in the wrong direction?
Let me see if I can go. Well, I think what they would be. You imagine it this way: if they're on the other side of the gas station, the other side of the car wash, they would be from the car wash on that street. They'd be going in the direction to where they'd see the car wash first, and then they'd start to see the gas pumps, and then they'd make a right turn, and then the gas station would be on their right, and then they'd go down that East White Street, seeing the gas station. Then they come around to where they see the car wash of the gas station on their right, and then they make a left onto Hanson Avenue, and that's a dead end. I mean, there's that was the thing too. If she said she saw a white Hyundai like that turn into the neighborhood, which I interpreted as turning into Hanson Avenue, they're turning onto a very short dead end street. I mean, like you're saying, that something being dumped there is, possible. Maybe the car in the video isn't the one in the driveway, but
Yeah,
you know
well, I
what?
mean, cameras caught photos. I don't know if you follow a lot of true crime, but photostulos dumping all kinds of things out, in another town in different dumpsters and garbage cans, and just driving around and just dumping stuff places. So
Yeah.
I
I found too. We recently got a German Shepherd, and I walk him every day, and I'm amazed at the things that he discovers with his nose. And, part of me hopes that maybe if they threw a bloody knife out somewhere, that somebody walking a dog, the dog's nose will catch that smell, and, they'll find it. It's just amazing how little pieces of evidence, like, somehow show up.
Yeah.
I mean, Jodi Arias's camera, taking pictures.
Oh, yeah, I still don't understand why she left that. You're a photographer, right? You know what baffles me as a photographer? How do you not know that SD card is going to survive that wash? I've put my own SD cards in washes and they've come out, and just the card itself, not my camera, and they survived, and I've been able to get the pictures off of them. How would she, a photographer, not know that it was not going to destroy the SD card?
Right. Yeah, you think she would have pulled that SD card out?
I don't understand. Yeah.
Cut it into a million pieces.
Come on. I don't know how she didn't know that. Like, it's almost like she wanted to get caught, or like, I don't know.
Yeah. Unless she didn't know that particular camera that well, because that was his camera, maybe.
But just the card itself, you know that survives a wash, right? As a photographer, you do, and then you also know that even when you delete your pictures, you can use something like one of those recover softwares, as long as you haven't written over it, and pull it back off. Restore it. Right? So why?
Yeah, we want to use the service called, I think they're drivesavers.com, and they're known for rescuing laptops that have been in a house fire.
Yeah.
Things like that, just stuff where you think, oh, this hard drive must be completely gone.
Oh yeah, they can get it. Thank you, Nora Woods, for being a deputy member for 31 months. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's always baffled me about Jodi Arias. I'm just like, did she want to get caught? Like, how could you? That would be the first thing. You'd be like, okay, get rid of the camera, but take that SD card and get rid of that. Just, oh my gosh.
Well, probably her mental list of all the things that she had to take care of. It was just such a long list. Maybe the camera was just like, okay, what to do with the camera, because then I got to go do this other stuff. And she probably just...
And I honestly don't know why she wouldn't even want that as a souvenir, because a lot of them like souvenirs.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like something she could look back on. I mean, even though she maybe she didn't know she snapped those pictures that she did, but she probably did. But just that, I don't know, like she'd want to have that just to look back at those pictures of him in the shower or whatever she was taking prior to that.
Yeah, I thought I heard them describe some of those very incriminating pictures of the murder as being is I think it was like one of the police crime investigators said. I thought they said something like they had noticed that these images had been deleted, but just not permanently.
Right.
That does make me think. Okay, maybe she must have seen them. Mm-hmm. And that, especially if you've seen them, you've seen the incriminating stuff. You're taking the camera with you. Yeah. I mean, the knife was taken, right? She didn't leave the knife there, so why didn't she just take the camera and the knife?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, could she really have had a camera that she never used a chip with and just did the internal memory, but then still, like, I don't know. It's very strange. Very strange.
But, well, this is so cool. This is the first time I've ever been on
wow.
Second time I've been on a YouTube channel, which was just, I was on T-Rev. I think he just recently got the ability to take phone calls to his channel. I think he's probably going like on probably 18 hours straight on his live stream now. So.
Oh, really?
But I had sent him these pictures. Also, what is it? Indicted Mel.
Mm-hmm.
I emailed them to him too, and he put them up. But most of his viewers on there were like, "Oh, it's got a black bra. That's not it," and they just really dismissed it so quick. And I just thought, okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, Mike was saying some stuff in here, like, could be, you never know, it could be, a lot of things could be. Sometimes you think, like, you hone in on somebody, and then when they make the rush, it's like somebody you did not expect, right? Like, oh my gosh, that. So I don't know, I keep going. First, I thought it was, do you have somebody, what is your theory on what happened? Who do you think did it? Do you?
Oh gosh, I don't really know. I mean, I've tried to follow as much as I can, and there's nothing that stands out like, oh, it's got to be this person, right? I I have no clue, but it's really just, it's so unfortunate that, I mean, there's just so many things like, the doors, they're, really good locks, the dad fixing the lock not too long ago. And, is that like there was a reason that had to be fixed because there was a threat? But I think the father would have said something about that. It's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
just this thing is malfunctioning or loose. Can you fix it? Probably nothing, like that.
Yeah,
But
I don't know because like I'm thinking like, okay, the dog is really bothering me, and there's like questions I need answered because if she shared the dog with the ex-boyfriend, and then people say, oh, they only broke up 2 weeks ago, but her Instagram doesn't look like that. They broke up 2 weeks ago. There's hardly any pictures of them together, and the ones that are together are almost 3 years ago. So I don't think they broke up 2 weeks ago. I think, and then they say, oh, they owned the dog together and they had, but now she's going to go to Texas, Kaylee. So when she tells the boyfriend that, who actually paid for the dog? Did they split it? Or did one of them get the dog? And I don't know, could that been a big catalyst? Like, what is going on? If that happened with them, if she was the target and he was there, if it was the other one's boyfriend, what would be the catalyst there that would make him do that? And then why would somebody target Ethan? Well, guys from the fraternity you've heard could have had a beef with him and went over there. But it's still a lot for one person to go in there, kill 4 people with the possibility of 2 more people coming into the mix.
yeah, that's the number of people involved is just. Now is the one that ended up with the dog? Is that also the guy that is big into hunting and cleaning deer? And I thought I heard somebody say
Oh yeah,
something.
that is okay. Wait, wasn't that Showalter? Was that Jack Showalter that was doing? Who did I showed him last night? He did the bass fishing, right? I think that was
Is he
Jack
the one that also
Showalter.
balances things on his chin?
The one that balances things on his chin is Kaylee's old boyfriend.
See, that's probably why I don't have a good theory because I can't keep them all straight.
Yeah, it's hard. They're all Jacks or Jakes or it's crazy, but I just don't know. But then it makes more sense to me when I think like of all the people that had to be killed that maybe it was 2, fraternity brothers
Right.
that did this, and either one was a lookout or one, like one was there with the car. I don't know. I mean, it's just.
Well, I mean, even if they're thinking, they're thinking multiple people involved with the Delphi murders, and that's just 2 girls.
Yeah.
This is twice the number, but I mean, but it was in a house of 6. So
With a dog.
maybe there was somebody else to help. The one thing I do recall though seeing, with the body cam footage from the police officer, just because of the working with cameras and video cameras since like my high school days, when I see the light that's coming from that house and then the light kind of goes out, looking at the map and everything, I'm like almost 99% convinced all that is that as the police officer is walking back to his car, the tree there or bush or has come between the officer and the light source. I think that's all that is. Mm-hmm. I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, look, you can see the light going out." And it's like, no, if he was standing perfectly still and it went out, yeah, I'd say, okay, that light went out. But if he's walking and he's getting closer to his car and he's getting lower and lower to the angle of the house, and moving towards the left, that bush that you can clearly see there, like at the top of the cut through between the buildings, it's like an eclipse. That's all.
What do you think about that? Do you think that's blood on the cement?
Oh, I don't know if I saw that. I heard something about a guy seeing what looked like a footprint up on the second floor.
Oh, a handprint on the window?
No, it was like next to a bean bag that they think may have been like the dog bed that was on the outside of the house.
Oh yeah, because now
there was some red stuff there.
Let me see if I can see anything. Yeah, I don't know. There was a substance that looked like blood, dripping down, and they've said it's blood. I mean,
Oh,
sources have
yeah,
said
from
it's,
like from under the siding of the
yeah,
house
yeah.
on
I mean,
the
and
concrete
that's
part at the
something for
bottom.
that to seep out of the house like that. It's kind of,
Yeah, that I don't.
yeah.
I mean, that looks like something right out of a horror movie.
Yes, absolutely. And let's see here.
I mean, if there was any like desire for them to make this like very frightening, I don't know that they. I don't know if I'd be in any house and know like, oh, you know what? If we spilled like a lot of liquid right here, I bet it would show up outside. Wouldn't think that, but unless it's some other kind of liquid, but red, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then now people are running with a bunch of things here. Let me see here. Body cam footage they released. So now there was teenagers. Everybody's talking about these teenagers, but that was an alcohol offense. I don't know why everybody's getting involved in every little thing and moving it. Let's see. So, let's see. Something really sinister is eating away. I don't know. There doesn't seem to be bashes. Now they're saying they're bashing one of the families is bashing the coroner for giving out details. Half of this stuff you don't even know if it's real or not. The lawyer for the family of Kaylee Goncalves, let's see, claims that the coroner said too much to the wrong people. I could go on for days about the coroner. She made okay.
Carol, Scooter's trying to get your attention in chat.
Yeah, it's about the liquor store. She said the police went up to the liquor store. Scooter sent you a message. Okay, let me see. I think she said the police went to the liquor store. Let's see. Carolyn, I'm seeing.
I sure hope all the social media attention like helps the case more than it hurts. I mean, it seems like if there was no social media attention, it's easy for something like this to just get forgotten and it's in the past. And I would think that it's doing good, just keeping it going and in the forefront of everybody's mind.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody's looking at white Hyundais differently. That's for sure.
Yeah. Let's see.
But I mean, I was in Virginia, D.C. area when the D.C. sniper was happening, and I remember when one witness said they saw a white van, and everybody was looking for a white van, and meanwhile this blue Chevy is able to just drive right away through all that because everybody's looking for white vans. So.
Mm-hmm. Who did we lose? Okay.
Bucky Ann has left the building.
Oh,
Bucky
okay.
Ann.
But Scooter was saying something about a liquor store, that they went up to the liquor store to get surveillance from that. They should be getting surveillance from every place in town. If they haven't done that, I think they will, but they should have already by now. That's usually one of the first things they do.
They should be offering money for this footage. That would get people looking at their footage and turning it in.
Yeah, but see, the thing, so if it is the fraternity brothers, and they pledge it and all this, but if the fraternity brothers are at odds with each other enough to kill each other, then where's their loyalty, right?
Right.
So, yeah, so it's just, it doesn't make sense. On one hand, you're saying this fraternity brothers won't say anything because they're so loyal to one another, they're brothers, but no, then he's going to kill him because he's, but I don't know. There's been so many theories out there. Hi, Pipple. Elle, what do you think about Jeff's theory about the white car?
I think the white car is kind of irrelevant. I don't know why. I just think they put that out there to kind of throw people off. I don't know why. I don't know why I think that. I think it might be a witness if it means something, not even somebody that was the killer. I think it could be a witness in that car that was just driving by and saw something. But I did find out something about the dog today for
Oh, you
you.
did? What?
Yeah. Well, I now this was something posted. I don't know if it was on Facebook, and you know how you said people can make up posts,
Yeah,
like
oh,
they
yeah.
can make up a screenshot, but it was a screenshot of an ad from Austin, Texas, and it was Kaylee's ad looking for a roommate, and it said she wanted a roommate and she was going to have a dog with her. So she was bringing the dog to Texas with her. That is what this post said.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I thought she would be doing, and that was another reason why he could, if they really did have it split between them, could cause him to get angry. Now, you kill somebody over that, not a normal person, but
I don't no, I don't think he would do that over that.
right. But over the whole scenario, losing her completely, that they can go wild.
Yeah. If if indeed he did,
Yeah, if he is, yeah, right, allegedly.
then there was more to it than that. But that could have factored in. There's a lot of things that could factor
Right, and
in.
what is his alibi? He was sleeping, but who's there to confirm that where he was? And also that other guy, Jake, Madison's boyfriend, where's his alibi? Who's confirmed that he stayed in Boise?
From what I hear, he was in Boise, but I don't know who confirmed it.
Right,
or
but
who-
what if it's somebody
I-
just covering for him? Where's do they have concrete proof?
Right, I don't know.
I don't know.
I never hear much about him. You know.
I know.
And also, I was listening to another station, and they had a profiler, an FBI profiler on,
Mm-hmm.
and they were saying that it is not like Ted Bundy. It is completely different. There was another serial killer they had on there. They said it wasn't like him. I forget his name, but it was completely different than these serial killers.
In
That it
what did
wasn't-
they say? In what way?
Ted Bundy went into that sorority not knowing it was a sorority. He didn't know what he was going into.
Right.
And he only killed two of them. He wasn't able to kill the other two, and it was strangulation. It wasn't a knife,
Mm-hmm.
which makes a difference. A knife is another kind of MO, and represents different things. This was more personal.
Yeah.
Strangulation isn't as personal as a knife, and she said she said a whole bunch of other things. I really can't remember, but she said that it isn't the MO of the serial killer. That's what she said. And she had two serial killers, and she was saying a whole bunch of stuff, but I was doing something else, so I really wasn't listening to that.
Right.
But-
Right.
But she had a lot of reasons.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
it
Bundy
was on-
beat them with a club, then strangled them.
Yeah. Bludgeoning
Yeah.
and strangulation. Yeah. And then he went down to that other, he said he went down to the other woman and did it to her.
Right.
But he didn't kill that woman either.
I think there were two that he left that weren't killed, right? Two were
And the
killed and
other
two
woman-
were injured.
And then when he went down to the other woman after he finished that, he didn't kill her. She
Right.
survived. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
I don't know. It's so strange. I just keep thinking they're going to have an arrest. It's been, a long time.
no, just I feel like for some reason I feel like they're close.
I do. I feel like it too. I'm just expecting it any day now. Yeah.
That's what I feel like. I don't know why,
Mm-hmm.
but I just feel like they know who did it and they're just waiting. I don't think we'll be surprised.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes you are. As soon as you're like, oh my gosh, wow, them. I thought it was just like, in the Heidi, with Megan Firamusco, the woman that stole, why am I blanking on her last name?
Art or whatever.
Heidi's
Broussard. or
Broussard,
something.
yeah, thank you. Heidi Broussard's baby, a lot of people thought it was the husband because even profilers and stuff, because the husband had all the telltale signs. At
Right.
first, you always look at this husband or the significant other, and he wasn't making eye contact. He was acting like really jittery and just saying like, "Am I going to get in trouble?" He was like just really acting strangely, and everybody's like, "Oh, he did it 100%, 100%," and it wasn't, and it
Right.
ended up being it was crazy. So yeah, that was a shocker, that one, and I'm trying to think of any other recent ones where like they've arrested somebody, like with Quinton Simon. You knew pretty much it was the mother. She was a suspect from the beginning.
Well, the fraternity came out and they gave statements about how they were innocent.
The what?
And how the guys from the fraternity came out and gave statements how they were innocent.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they talked.
Yeah.
They spoke.
Yeah.
So that was, I think, a good thing to do.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking like, what he has his brother and his sister there, and supposedly he was at some ball, Ethan, right, with his sister prior to this.
The night before,
Was it the night before? Okay.
like
And
Friday night.
so they went out to that, and then, just so crazy. What happened? I don't know. Just such a nutty thing for one person to do that. I mean, it's baffling to me.
I am just so sick of people beating up on the dad.
On
I always
Kaylee's
stick
dad?
up for him. I always stick up for that guy.
Yeah, I see
know,
now
like-
people are, I don't know, I didn't even see this, but they said that I guess they're raising money for the private investor. Are they raising money for a private investigator?
Yeah, I think so. But I just, I hate when people say things about him, like, when,
Or any family, any family member of a victim, they then turn it around on them usually, like, I know there's reports of if someone's arrested or, what's going on there too. There's a little
I mean,
something going on with somebody's mother and,
they're grieving so badly, and what happened was so horrific. I
yeah.
mean, who knows what anyone would do in that situation?
Mm-hmm.
He's angry, he's depressed. I just feel like they should just leave these people alone, let them grieve however they need to grieve.
Yeah.
And, the father's just doing whatever he thinks he can do to help because, it's too late to help to save her. So he's just doing everything he can to try to find out who did it because he thinks that will help her,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think any father would want to go Liam Neeson on whoever did this. Just whatever that movie was that Liam Neeson did, where you just want to track him down and
Taken.
yeah.
Two Scooters says, I can't remember where I saw this, so take it with a grain of salt, that the roommates who were not harmed and called 911 may be tied to it. I'm sure it's speculation, rumor.
Oh gosh. Is there consensus on what order was it? Like the second floor first and then the third floor that they did, or third and then second, or does anybody really?
The police haven't
Oh.
said anything. I don't think the coroner said anything either. It's just been speculation.
Yeah.
I totally think the girls were killed first. And you know what the weirdest thing is? They said they were killed in their sleep or whatever. But then how can people have defensive wounds?
Well,
I'm positive-
you can't. If you have defensive wounds, then you're fighting back. So they said at
I'm
least
sure
one
they
has
said they
defensive
had
wounds.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that they said they have.
The coroner said at least one has defensive wounds.
And then they said they were killed in their sleep. That is so contradictory.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe the one, maybe they killed the one in their sleep, which woke up the second one, and then the second one fought back. Maybe.
It could be, but for that blood to seep out of the wall, it almost sounds like I don't know what room that is in the bed, where the bed location is, but it sounds like there was a struggle or something, and then somebody was by the wall there. I don't know.
Probably Zana, I think.
Mm-hmm. But is that where that room is on that? Is that? Does anybody know, Mike? Do you know where that what correlates with that part of the slab? What room? Wonder.
I think it would be Zana's room because I don't think the blood would seep from the third floor down.
No, but I'm wondering, is it really a bedroom there? You know, is it a bedroom there? I don't know. Interesting. But I'm sure.
But you know, I mean, it being I guess they would have taken samples of whatever that liquid was.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, being a party house, they could have a lot of wine.
Yeah.
You know that.
Now we heard it's a party house, but again, like, where did we hear it from? I mean, they're all going to party in college. I mean, a lot of them are, not all, you know. But where is that? Like, it was a Saturday night. Was there anybody there? They kind of went out and went to bed, it looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then that stuff in the neighbors wasn't true, what they said, so I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. It's just, let me see if there's any.
Yeah, it was a Saturday night. Why was there no party there if it was such a party house?
Right, and it was going to be before Thanksgiving, so they were going to be going home for break. You know, you think they would be partying it up. I don't know. How rough and ready here.
It sure seems like if it's somebody that they know, then somebody on that campus probably has an idea of somebody that owns a, knife.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Someone they knew.
Carolyn,
Yes.
okay, when they showed the layout of that house, that is where Ethan and Xana, is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was her room.
Okay.
And the way the room is laid out,
Mm-hmm.
that wall was the only place her bed could go because the room was so small.
Oh, was it?
And
Okay.
Mm.
And then on the other side was her closet.
Okay.
They said her bed had to have been up against that wall. So, that's all I wanted to say.
Oh, okay. Thanks. I'm looking, trying to see it there. Somebody said that.
But if you look at the layout, they look at the layout of the house where they do the drawings. But they did when the house was up for rent or something, and they showed the pictures of it when it was empty.
Right.
They showed that room. Her room.
Okay. And they say that Steve and Kaylee's mother, Christy, along with their lawyer, sat down with ABC News and said, Christy said, I think this person went in very methodical. I think he really thought it out. I think he was quick. I think it was quiet. He got in, he got out. They are frustrated with the slow movement of the case as this hit 1 month. Imagine if you're a parent and you have pertinent information to this like that. You're asking me to just shut up. I'm not going to, Steve said. They are also desperate for people to search their video cameras for the white car in question. It's another little piece of evidence. It's exciting for us. At some point, they are unaware if police have gained full access to Kaylee's phone or other devices, something that is crucial to the investigation. They also express concern that the coroner is also a defense attorney. The Goncalves are planning a celebration of life on December 30th for both Kaylee and Madison. Authorities have asked them not to put out a reward, but they said that they might later and continue to be pursued by private investigators. The message can't be send your kids to school and have a disastrous thing like this happen and it gets ignored or doesn't get resolved, Steve said. Right now, people in this normally close-knit college town are being asked to remain vigilant, to travel in pairs, and stick to well-lit areas. In fact, authorities said this is a new way of life in Moscow, at least for now.
Well, the one policeman they interviewed, though, female, she said the reason they don't want the reward is because they're getting so many tips that they want to concentrate on them And if they put out an award, they're just going to get bombarded. That make no sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay, get more people.
Right. But I
People
mean,
will come out of the woodwork with just like baloney.
yeah,
Yeah,
just to
exactly.
see
And
it, like
they'll
throw
go around.
something against the wall, it might stick, right? You know.
Yes,
Yeah, I think
Wait,
this
I
person
think,
did it.
I think Ethan was last. I think the girls was the target, and he ran into Ethan on his way out. And I think he met him at the door, bedroom door, and that's how he got in. He got into that room because Ethan opened the door, or that he had already opened the door to the bedroom. But I think he was last, and I think he's the one that fought back.
But
I think Zana was last.
when would they have killed Zaina then?
Well, she was a witness.
No, when, like, if Ethan was last, wouldn't she have been in that room?
Well,
with
no,
him?
I mean those two. Were
Oh, those
last.
two,
I don't
right?
think-
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they were the target. I
Right.
think, and I think Zena. I think she was in bed when she got attacked.
Right.
And defensive wounds is going to be you grabbing the knife, and that's going to be on your hands, your arms, your forearms.
Right.
You know, trying to protect yourself.
But isn't it Zaina's father that said she fought back?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And she probably did. She probably had more time. If she woke up and heard the commotion and he was fighting Ethan, she probably had time to, get her head together. I don't think the girls knew what hit them.
No.
But it's a sad situation. And if that front door was open, I think that's where he went out.
Right.
If they were last, the door was right there.
Right, and putting it at the
think
same
that's
time,
where-
we don't
yeah.
want what happened in Delphi, how the tip about Richard Allen got overlooked somehow because they were swamped with so many tips. Yeah.
Well, he made himself look innocent by going and talking to him right off the bat. Well, I was here.
Yeah, but can you believe the cat hair? Have you ever heard
Yes,
of
I do.
Have you ever?
Yeah, do you don't watch crime shows? Oh, yeah, they can match hair
Really?
to animals.
I know hair, but I mean, like, I've never
No,
heard
cat
that.
animal hair.
Someone getting
Yeah,
I
animal hair.
always get berries, Sam. I love it.
Yeah, they've had cases solved by animal hair.
Really?
Yep,
Hmm.
sure have.
Interesting.
So, but whoever it is, they'll say it's junk science, but it's been around for a while, so it's not really junk science.
Do you think this guy was like in a hazmat suit with like his head covered, his hands covered, just completely? No.
No, they said he was sloppy.
Who said
The
he was
police
sloppy?
said he was sloppy. The police did. They said it was a sloppy job. He was sloppy. So they must have more than they're saying. They probably have DNA and just need to match it to somebody.
I really hope so.
But it's been
I
a
hope
month.
so,
It's
but
been a month.
they
Shouldn't
said
they
that-
have the DNA back by now?
I would think so. But they said that right off the bat, that it was very brutal, very bloody, and he was sloppy.
Be all kinds of shoe prints, I would imagine.
You would think so, yeah.
But that's the one I really think it is the hoodie guy from the food truck, because he took out of town so fast and went to his parents' cabin, and that gave him time to clean the car himself with nobody around.
Is that true though? Because I've never heard that confirmed.
His parents with his alibi, they said his parents
People said he
backed
went
up
to
his alibi.
Africa, and that was true. People said he went to Africa, and that wasn't true.
Oh, he's not in Africa? Good. Maybe they can get him in for DNA.
His last name isn't Laundry, is it?
Yeah, right. So it's been proven that he didn't go to Africa?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't hear that. But I still think he took off to get away.
I don't know if that's true. He could have. He could have. I don't know if that was confirmed or not.
But
You know,
even if
imagine-
you had on that hazmat suit, when you take it off, you're still going to get blood on you somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, I imagine the police know, but I wonder if the level of intoxication of the four victims had anything to do with their maybe inability to react to this or to fight back or to, you know, to
Yeah.
even see it coming.
Yeah.
Especially Maddie. Maddie was pretty wasted, I think, from the pictures.
Mm.
Kaylee didn't look too bad, but
Well, from the
I think
from
they
the
were
video,
just-
she was stumbling a little bit, Maddie. Well,
oh, Maddie was. Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
But Kaylee didn't look like she was that, you know, she could stand still.
Right.
Maddie couldn't stand still. She couldn't stand up. Just not hold on to something.
Yeah.
Hey, Carolyn, I'm going to jump off of here.
Okay.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
thanks for
letting me
coming on,
be part
Jeff.
of this.
Come on
Bye,
anytime.
Jeff.
Thanks for
Awesome.
coming.
Awesome.
All right.
Everybody
I didn't run you off, Jeff. I'm sorry.
No,
Hey,
no,
Jeff.
it's like 3 a.m. here. Gotta get some sleep.
Right. Yeah. No, but thanks for coming on.
3:15.
All right, thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So,
Yes, 3:15 here. Okay, I just wanted to tell you that about the room.
Okay. Thanks for coming on, Ralph. Thanks.
All right, I'll talk to you all later. Huh?
Love you,
Love
Ralph.
you.
Love you too, Nicole. Thank you guys kept me company, and I got my Christmas presents wrapped tonight, so thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Bye
Love
now.
you. Bye.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye.
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 I hope they keep his. I hope they keep his trial in Carroll County. Mm-hmm. So you can be the rambling reporter on the scene. Okay.
You can take a hazmat suit off in the woods.
Yeah, but
Roll
they
up
can
in
also,
a bag.
but the dogs could all. I mean, it could be found though. You know, they probably want to burn it and.
Yeah, because they could have had dogs, right?
Mm-hmm. Probably want to burn that whole thing.
If they burned it, they would draw attention to themselves.
I know. It's just some kind of incinerator in a building there. Like a lot of times they do have in apartment buildings incinerators.
Really?
Oh yeah, like in hotels and stuff where you throw your trash. And some kind of have incinerators where you throw your trash down there.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, I always thought that there was a possibility that the person could have went to a hotel to take a shower.
Mm-hmm. Or there could be, I don't know if they know anybody there or if any of the places have like a wood burning fireplace that they could throw that in. It's cold there, so nobody would think it's weird somebody having a fire.
Right.
If they knew somebody
That's
in the
possible.
house that had a fireplace.
That's a possibility.
Mm-hmm. Burn that up. Look at
There's
that
a
guy
lot
that
of-
tried to burn his parents up in his fireplace. Chandler Halderson killed his parents. Tried to burn them in the fireplace. Oh my gosh,
Huh.
that was crazy. Crazy.
That's a good thought. I was thinking he could have watched. Is there any lakes or rivers or anything nearby?
Yeah, I was thinking that where they would throw the knife.
Yeah, and where they would wash up.
Well, it would probably be. They would probably get hypothermia. Don't you think so? Like it's so cold.
Yeah. I just don't buy that they washed up in the house.
No, I wouldn't think so either, unless they just use the kitchen sink for something. But still, there's their
They get their DNA,
DNA all
the
over
place.
everything. Yeah.
Down the drain, they could have found it. I don't think they would have.
That's why
Yeah,
if the
they-
getaway car, let's just say it was this Hyundai Elantra, and then they went in and they just started throwing stuff away in different dumpsters. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be.
Could be. It's hard to say.
But none of the suspects have a Hyundai Elantra.
No, and people were saying stuff about how that SUV was parked, but that's the only place that SUV could have parked without blocking someone in. And usually people don't want to
Yeah.
block someone in a driveway because they don't know who's going to leave, right? So I don't think that
Right.
SUV was parked in a weird place. I think they parked in the only place they could without blocking somebody in.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And the black SUV was
They could
supposedly
have parked.
the brother's, Ethan's brother. That's what I heard, but I don't know
Mhm.
if it was his brother or not.
His brother has a black SUV.
I heard somewhere someone saying that the black SUV was Ethan's brother's, but I don't know. Mike, do you know if that black SUV was Ethan's brother's? So, Scooter, what about the liquor store? I mean, I just scanned the groups and stuff. I didn't see much new today, except the defensive loans. That let me see. What did they ever find that boy in France? Oh, Deborah's iPad. She's coming here now. Hi, Deborah.
Hi.
Hi. Let me see something here.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, everyone. I was thinking about the, the article on the Delphi stuff, and I mean, there are possibilities there, but it just says a source. So who's their source or sources?
Yeah, I know you got to take it with a grain of salt until they.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, it is some interesting ideas.
Hey, DBC. It's just Nicole.
Hi.
Eileen Smith says, I hope they find someone soon. This is really taking too long and the evidence is fading. Well, we don't know for sure what they have either,
Yeah.
So there's that. They could be just being tight-lipped about it all.
Please deny.
Absolutely. Maybe they don't want the suspect to get aware of that they're onto him, because he'll flee.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. They probably have surveillance on whoever they're looking for, and they don't want them to know, right?
Of course not.
Right.
They have re-interviewed some, haven't they?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, not that that means anything, but obviously there were people that they felt needed a little more questions asked of them, so I don't know.
And in the world we live in with social media and it being so prevalent everywhere, the internet cameras everywhere, they have to be tight-lipped. Otherwise it could hinder investigations. Scooter said that they have to be tight-lipped, but yeah, that's why. She's right.
Mm-hmm.
They said they interviewed them again because there were things that changed, like things that weren't adding up, basically, with some of the stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Just because someone is cleared doesn't mean they can't be brought back in or uncleared.
Well, I don't think they used the word clear. They said they were, talked. They were looked into. What did they use the word? not investigated.
So these people were cleared.
They were not believed to be involved, but that didn't mean they were cleared. They were not. It was not believed that they were involved, but they were not cleared. No one, you know, that's what they said.
Oh. So no one was cleared?
You think?
No, they said that those people are not believed to be involved.
Oh,
But it doesn't mean, they were very careful to say that doesn't mean, you know, they're cleared.
Oh, okay.
Just that they're not believed to be involved at this time.
Well, just like they said with the white car, you know, we don't think anything. You just thought maybe you saw something. I mean, they kind of word stuff like that, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want to scare you. Like, the person in the white car, come on, because we're going to arrest you. You're dead. You're done.
No, you did.
No, we know you did it. We got everything.
Yeah.
Come on in.
So, it's, yeah. Very careful with the way they word things.
Right.
Yeah.
We just want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You might have some information.
Mm-hmm. Well, you think in a crime scene like that, you know, there'd be like evidence that they could link a person through DNA somehow, you know, or something. I don't know. It seems like there'd be, you know, forensic evidence at that
With
scene.
all that blood, but I'm just thinking, like,
Yeah.
what if one of them doesn't want to give a DNA sample? Then they can run it through those 23andMe's and stuff and see if anything comes up that any of their relatives or themselves have ever done one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what they call that, but they there's a place that checks
Genealogy,
those.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you think it'll want for your blood or your DNA?
I think they can. Remember when they had that Diane Redlick in the car and she was screaming and they were going to take her DNA? Remember?
Yeah.
We were listening to that. Yeah.
Different states.
And sometimes they'll get like a cup or a cigarette butt or something that the person has disposed
Yep.
of, kind of watch them to see if they'll leave something that they can get.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Absolutely.
And if somebody they're watching doesn't throw anything away,
Mm-hmm.
you know, keeps, that would be a clue. Like, if they don't want to, you know, like they don't use a straw, whatever, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might be looking a little bit harder at apples.
But we don't know what they have. Usually when they come out with the arrest warrant, they've done a lot that behind the scenes that we don't know. Who do you think it is, Sharon?
Who do I think? I don't know. I don't know. A fraternity guy.
Well, I think if it's not totally random, and I don't know what the odds on that are, that they'll put this together. I just feel that, you know, it's just a feeling is all it is. But, you know, unless it's totally random, it might make it a little more difficult. But I just think I think they may already have an idea. And that's only a feeling. It's not, you know. I know you can't really go on feelings on
Yeah, I
this.
know. Hi, Video Reel.
But
Hi, Barb Olson. Hi, Ellen Smith. You're suspicious of the food truck guy, Ellen Smith? Yeah, a lot of people are suspicious of the food truck guy.
What was the food truck guy doing?
Two guys watching the girls at the food court has me thinking they're sus, but not sure. Yeah, they could have still been looking just to say they were, hot girls or whatever, and not be, but yeah.
and I don't understand why the people in the white car haven't come forward. And some people have said, well, maybe it was stolen or something, but wouldn't they be checking for recently stolen cars? I mean, I know those are very common
Right.
cars, but I don't know. I don't understand why those people haven't come forward.
I don't know.
It was like Richard Allen initially said that he had parked at that abandoned building place.
Mm-hmm.
And then later, when they came out and publicly said, we're looking for whoever parked at that abandoned building. You may have seen something, you're not necessarily a suspect. We'd like you to come forward. Now, he didn't come forward then again. He'd already said it before, but when they asked the person to come forward, he did not come forward then. And I think he was kind of like, well, I told you that 2 years earlier anyway, kind of attitude. But, yeah.
I don't know. I just wonder if everybody's going to be going home for Christmas pretty soon there. They should be done with classes. They had graduation last weekend. Are they waiting for it to clear out a little bit? I don't know. And then, I don't know, check something out? I don't know. I'm curious to know where Jack lives. The people
Which
on
Jack?
Kaylee's ex-boyfriend.
Isn't he Jake? Oh, Kaylee's ex. Jack lives, I told you last night, right by her.
Yeah, but I mean, I want the actual address. So I can see.
Can't you get anyone's address from the internet if you put in their name
Yeah.
and put in their name and the town and the state, and then the address comes up?
I thought I did on him and I didn't. Let me see. I see something here.
And if there's multiple people involved, say, hypothetically, the greater the odds that this isn't kept so tight-lipped, too, So, I'm thinking it's one person, but I could be totally wrong.
Just trying to see if there was anybody on. Huh. I don't know. Rumor the landlord owns both of their places they lived. Wait, what, Mike?
You know, and Eileen is saying, by the way, he could just go on this with Delphi, with Richard Allen, with his everyday life that he's done this before. But, you know, I was thinking not only that, but just the other things that were, you know, the crime scene, the signatures and, you know, the the non-secular signatures that the authorities mentioned and the staging and, you know, souvenirs taken. These things too don't seem like a first-timer person. And his age, I mean, it can happen. So I kind of agree with Eileen on that, that this doesn't seem like a first-time thing in Delphi. It just doesn't. Could be possible.
Right, he screams a serial killer for you, Ellen? Eileen? I keep calling her Ellen. Oh my gosh. Right, Ellen?
Oh, Eileen, I'm sorry.
It is
I might
Eileen.
be
You're
sick.
right. You're right. You're right. I keep calling her Ellen. It is Eileen.
I didn't have my glasses on. I thought, oh, maybe.
I always call people the wrong name anyway.
That's okay.
Yeah, that guy at the food truck was very suspicious from the beginning. Christine says he never bought any food. He was just walking. Well, how do we know he didn't eat before that, though?
Maybe he just wasn't hungry.
Maybe he was with a friend that was getting something. You know, there's a lot of different scenarios. Maybe he was there to pick up girls. So maybe he picked up girls there who went to the food truck after they had been partying at the bars, and maybe it was easier to pick up girls when they were drunk. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons.
Well, people with food trucks, they own that themselves, or
Yeah.
do they have to be accountable for their time? I guess not. You know, okay. I don't know.
No, but I don't think he was working there. I think he was just hanging out.
Oh,
Another
just
thing,
hanging
too.
out there.
Didn't they say he got kicked out of the bar? What did he do? Just stand outside in the cold and wait for those girls to come out?
I didn't hear
For
that.
how long? And for how long?
Yeah, I didn't hear that, but there were cameras in the bars, they said, so they would have seen everything that went down. Did anybody hear he got kicked out of the bar?
I heard, I don't know how true it is.
I don't know. And I mean, they have to follow every kind of lead.
Yeah.
But if they've got forensic evidence, I just can't see how they could have no forensic evidence at that scene. In the Moscow now. I know I'm ping-ponging from Delphi to the other one, so it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, no, I know. It's... Doug. I did see something. Hold on, I want to go back to this Facebook group because I saw something about her dog on there. Let's see. Okay, so some lady said, a missing piece for me is Kaylee's beloved dog, Murphy. According to Kaylee's mom, the dog went with her everywhere. If Murphy was not with Kaylee, then he was with Maddie, according to an interview with her mom. The girls weren't back in the house for at least an hour before all hell broke loose. It would seem to me that they would have come home, let the dog out to do his business. I doubt they would come home and put the dog somewhere in a closet or room. Hold on. Don't know and forget about him. Could they have let the dog out and an intruder enters, or intruders were there and put the dog away when all was quiet? But I have to think the dog would be in a room with Maddie and Kaylee. I think it has been stated that there was no evidence that the dog was in the crime scenes. The dog has been rehomed, but I would have thought Kaylee's parents would have taken him since he was so precious to Kaylee. But my question is, how did Murphy end up out of the way safely and when? Someone said, the dog doesn't make sense to me. He is active, a playful dog, going by videos of him in her ex's house across the road. When the killer came in, he would have been jumping on them. Surely the other girls would know where Murphy was, as they were at the home earlier. I wish they would speak up a little bit. Bless them, they're suffering, poor girls. Let's see if anybody said anything.
Eileen says she's puzzled why the roommates called friends instead of 911 immediately.
Yeah, I know. But somebody tried to explain that. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody tried to explain that, but it doesn't make sense if they say that the one girl, it was one of the survivors that passed out, and then so you're saying the other girl called friends instead of 911? I don't know. It is very odd that they would have called friends.
Yeah.
So it's an absolute fact that that's what they did. Authorities said that's what they did.
Yes.
Maybe the sorority fraternity thing. Call your brothers.
Maybe, maybe you could be in so much shock. I just don't know. I can't imagine. It's hard to put yourself in those shoes. I don't know how I would react if I instinctively just call the emergency, or I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. You think you would?
Someone's saying it was because there might have been stuff in the house that they had to get rid of and they needed friends to help them.
But how clearly are you thinking when you see something like that?
Well, I do know some people that have like a real aversion to calling the police. They like, you call, but no, I don't call the police. And you're like, what? It's like, would be my first thing is call the police, but you have seen people that are like, they don't want the police over for anything.
I get it. That's a good theory.
Yeah.
Well, with that amount of blood, they're showing up.
Yeah, but I know. Maybe they were just freaking out. Maybe because they knew that, could the girls have something in their room? Did they wanted someone just to go in and clean it up and they just couldn't do it before they call? I don't know.
Ah.
Just somebody to help them get it out of the house just so that, I don't know. Is marijuana legal in Idaho?
I don't know.
Don't think so. Maybe.
Let me check.
I think it's, what I'm reading is a Schedule 1 controlled substance. The use and sale of marijuana for any purpose is illegal in Idaho. Now, is that outdated? I don't know.
No,
Wait
I
a
think
second.
no, I think that's current. Let's see, Idaho.
I'm not seeing a date, so I don't know what that's current or not.
It's gray, so none. They're not allowed.
Barb said illegal in Idaho.
Yeah. Illegal.
Mhm.
So yeah, it could be something as simple as that they maybe, who knows, if they didn't have a pot plant or something, they had to get out of the house.
Mm.
It was a big house.
Well, they would have been asked that for sure, I imagine. Why did you call your friends first?
Yeah, you would imagine. Oh my gosh. I could see if you called 911 and then called your friends, or had somebody else call your friends while you're calling 911.
Well, is there woods and things nearby? Isn't there?
I mean, I guess off the
Like,
beaten path.
like if they had to get rid of something, say like you said, a plant or something, like to.
Well, they could have thrown it in a garbage bag, threw it in their car, and then ran it out somewhere and
True.
got rid of it, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, you've got 6 people there. It's not out of the question that they might have had, something like that around. And they didn't want to get in trouble. I don't know. Maybe they thought they'd get in trouble because of the dog being in the house because it said no pets. I don't know.
Are you thinking no pets? I'm seeing this.
I know, I'm just thinking, but maybe they just thought,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, we're going to lose our lease. Like now there's like sometimes people aren't thinking that, oh my gosh, what the heck happened? I don't know. Actually, I'm just trying to think, why would they call their friends and not call the police? 911 right away. It just, why? Do you? No. It's a huge stoner
Was it
state as
known
well.
what they said? Is it
Video
known
Reel
what
saying Video Reel is saying that Idaho is a huge stoner state, even though it's not legal.
Is it known what they said to the friends when they called, or not known?
I think they just said. Do you know what they said, Elle, to the friends?
To who?
To the friends?
No, I think they just called the friends there because, like you said, I think you had a great point that they had to get rid of stuff before the police got there.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just curious what they said when they called their friends. Did they say,
Oh my gosh, get over
Yeah.
here. There's an emergency. There's.
Probably, there's something wrong with Ethan. Please come over, or we see blood or something.
Yeah, well, you know what's a good example of that is Travis Alexander, right? Didn't she? Okay, the girl that discovered him, because his own roommate didn't know he was there. Didn't she call didn't they call a friend first? I think they did. I think she called a couple of friends when she couldn't get in the room and things were, and a couple of friends came over. And then they called 911. The boys went up the stairs. She called them because she said, I can't get in there, blah, 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 blah. And then they went in and they said, oh my gosh, call 911.
But that doesn't make sense because they ran outside and called and fainted and then called 911 because they saw Ethan.
Right.
And didn't the friends like just come over at that point? Like, didn't they see Ethan and then call the friends? So how could he have been blocking the door? Because they would have never been able to get that open with him there. That's why I think he was like in the like maybe in the doorway, like just ready to come out when the guy got him.
Right.
Because I don't think he was blocked. How could the two girls get the door open with him in the doorway, like right in the bedroom? I think he was more out of the bedroom in the doorway. You know what I'm saying? So that he was visible. So that he was visible to the girls.
Yeah, I mean, you would think so. They do say doorway, it's like so much conflicting stuff.
I know.
It could be, it's just, I don't know.
But if Xana was loud and fighting for her life, that's another reason why I think the girls upstairs were killed first. Because if they weren't, they would have heard the commotion downstairs and called 911 from upstairs.
Yeah, they would, you think they would have called 911 maybe? Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean.
Definitely.
Well, is it known their toxicology reports from an autopsy or anything, or?
I don't think
not
they
yet.
have that yet, yeah.
Okay.
At least Kaylee would have called 911 if Maddie were passed out drunk. Kaylee was not like gonna pass out drunk. She didn't look like she was anyway. And she had just eaten, which sobers you up a bit. They would have heard her getting murdered.
Yeah, I mean, but look, I mean, they're right in the same bed. He got two of them at once, and what did he do? Just slash their throats first, right? I mean, how?
Maybe
that's a lot. I mean, just to he'd have to do something pretty major to keep them down, because if he started on one, just stabbing them, and then the other one wakes up. And then what if she starts screaming and could alert the people downstairs and they came flying up? Then he's got three people that can be on him, right? So
Caitlin came flying up the stairs. I think that maybe he heard them at the end or something, or he started to hear what was happening at the end, and then just maybe got up from the bed right when the guy was coming down the stairs or something. That's what I think.
Yeah, but you even think that Zaina could have called 911, right? Yeah, it's just weird.
No, I don't think the girls were able to make that much noise because I think that he got them real quick. But I think that Zaina and Ethan were able to make more noise, and the girls would have heard that had they not been killed first. That's why I think the girls were killed first, because Zaina and Ethan probably made more noise than the girls.
Yeah, but what about the girls downstairs, though? Why didn't they hear Ethan and Zaina?
I think the basement was like kind of insulated from the rest of the house. That's all I can think of. Is that, how some in a basement, you're like it's like you're in a different place.
It could be. I mean, it could be like on the other side, but I mean, it's just, or they could just be really heavy sleepers, or there were more doorways involved. I don't know.
If he slipped their throats, they wouldn't be making any noise and it'd be fast. And then just make a frenzied attack. You need the autopsy results.
Yeah.
When I lived on the East Coast and I had a basement, I couldn't really hear anything from upstairs that well. You know, it
Yeah.
was like
You
a
know, it all depends. It really wasn't a basement. It's like the first floor, but it's just built in the hill. So it's still the first floor. It's not really underground at all. It's, you know, it's kind of built into the hill.
and they were getting murdered. That
Yeah.
would be, I don't know. Maybe but like I said, maybe they had the TV on loud. Maybe they had earbuds in. Maybe they didn't. They thought they were
Yeah, and what if they took a sleeping pill or something? You know, we don't know
right.
what they're taking, right? They could, I
Exactly.
mean, there's lots of drugs on college campuses, benzodiazepines, there's all kinds of things they could have
Yep.
taken to sleep, and maybe they really knocked themselves out. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Who knows? Like I said, the Adderall, you know, they take the Adderall to come up and they take the benzos to come down.
Yep.
So it's very possible that, and, you know, I'm saying it's just very possible they could have had something. And who knows? Maybe what
Right.
if they sleep with earplugs? There's people that sleep with earplugs.
Maybe they do because of the partying going on.
Maybe, you know, some people sleep with ear pods in.
Yeah.
Listening to something. I do that sometimes. Listen to a podcast and you fall asleep and it's playing all night.
I definitely don't think they were involved.
So
Totally.
if you have that in your ears, you're not, you know, that's what you're hearing is the podcast or the whatever, the movie or whatever you're listening to.
It doesn't make sense they were involved. Doesn't fit any scenario that I can come up with.
No, just.
What would their motive be?
Well, if it was the girls, I mean, it would be some kind of probably jealousy issue if there was something going on. But I mean, were either of the ones interested in either of their boyfriends? I don't know.
I doubt it because the one boyfriend had never been to Moscow, he said. Dylan's boyfriend never was at Moscow, so he probably never met either of the girls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He said he was never been to Moscow, so he never met Kaylee or Madison. So it wasn't about that. She wasn't jealous of them with her boyfriend.
Now, do they know what type of knife, or do they?
They
don't
just said
have
it's like a sporting, one you could buy at a sporting goods store, fixed blade knife, large.
So maybe a hunter. I mean, I don't know with the girls if they have a knife like that. I don't know.
But then the coroner said it wasn't like stab wounds. They were like gashes.
Gashes.
And it was
gouges, yeah.
If it weren't stabs, then it were gashes. It could have been like an axe or a hatchet.
Or a machete. Could have been a machete.
Yeah.
It could have been a sword. It could have been, who knows?
Absolutely.
Fixed blade. Yeah, a lot of things.
It didn't necessarily have to be a knife.
Right.
It weren't like stab wounds. She wouldn't call them stab wounds, she said.
Right. Yeah. Gosh. There were gouges, or didn't she say?
Gouges.
That was the word you.
If there was an axe on the premises, say, that was available to the people that lived in that house, wouldn't somebody know, hey, there was an axe that used to be down in the wherever shed or whatever? Like, was it an implement that is missing now, or was it, like if it was an axe, did the person bring an axe, or is an axe missing that somebody can say, hey, that's not there anymore?
I wonder if they had a fireplace there. I didn't see a fireplace in the virtual tour.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing one either.
No, so they wouldn't have an axe there. For what reason?
Yeah.
Not to, no. I doubt they would have an axe at the house.
I don't know. It's just strange. What do you
Is it-
think, Nick?
What do I think?
Yeah, about it. Do you have anybody that you think did it?
I'm just reading everything I can about this case as much as possible. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no clue. Maybe, I mean, my best suspect would be the ex-boyfriend, would be Jake. Was his name Jake, right? The one with the axe bound guy.
Jack.
Jack, but doesn't that make it so, I mean, obvious? I mean, I just, I don't know. Did you ever find his exact address?
No. Nope.
We got to find that information. That would help. Probably, we could see how far away the house was.
I showed you last night.
But do you know the address on his house? Like, did the number or anything? Did you happen to get that?
Let's see. I showed you the picture with the arrows, and it was so close.
Yeah, but I couldn't show that. I didn't just have the address. If he's up the hill, is he in those brown, those reddish brick apartments that are right behind it?
No, he's in a house with a really low roof, but he could see if he's one of the bedrooms in the house. You could see into Maddie's bedroom. Not necessarily his bedroom. I don't know. Bedroom, but
Wow.
Did you find it, Nicole?
No.
Oh,
I'm looking.
A lot of people on Twitter are saying that they don't understand how someone can like kill 4 people and there's no mention of DNA spreading in the wounds, or any footprints. Everybody is kind of saying the same thing as we are, with the massive amount of blood that they're saying existed. It's unbelievable that they have nothing as far as DNA is concerned.
No, nothing's here.
I don't
No.
know. I'm dumped on this. People are just out of their minds. Like Kevin's like, he's out of his mind. Kevin didn't sleep last night. Do you know Kevin didn't sleep last night researching this?
I do. I didn't know it was researching this, but he needs to take a break.
All night.
I'm talking away on mute. I did not know that.
But
I
he was
heard
up
him
all
say-
night.
I heard
All
him
night.
say that he didn't get any sleep.
I heard him say that.
But
Yeah.
he didn't say why.
Case is
Yeah.
bothering him. Yeah.
He couldn't stop. A lot of people can't stop. And then that leads sometimes to people making up stuff or people saying stuff. I don't know what happened. I mean, I have some theories, but that's all I have.
Sometimes when it's like this, and there's not a lot of that we know, the more I'm reading, the more kind of confused I get. Because one thing's contradicting the other. And then I just think, I'm getting more confused as I go instead of the other way around.
There's some people even saying that the fathers are involved. Can you believe
Oh, I
it?
know.
Wow, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Come on.
Rumor.
They'll move to anything. Remember that one channel that said Frankie and I killed people? Come on. They'll go to anything. And they've accused Sandy of killing her own daughter. I mean, this is sickening.
Oh, they're disgusting.
They'll go to any length. It won't be long. They'll include, they'll accuse every single family member and their friends and YouTubers. It just goes on and on and on. Yeah. They just love doing that, coming up with different conspiracies, different things, and somebody tunes in and watches, oh, this is what really happened.
Right.
Yeah. Same kind of crap. But what does it say? Why can't
It's the same stuff that I hear, that I've seen different places. There's just so many rumors. So many.
So I know you don't know what's fact and what's not. And it's so
because
aggravating.
everybody's trying to break, they always want breaking news. They all want exclusives. They all want this. They all want that. So they just jump the gun on everything, or make stuff up, really, or just believe stuff that they know. The best one was when we were covering another case. They would say, "Oh well, I didn't say it was true. I just saw it." And I'm like, "You just saw it?" Yeah. So I just wanted to go on and just ask people, and it was like most absurd stuff. But there were so many shady creators that were doing that.
Yeah, I
They
know.
know it's like totally not true. It's just like so unbelievable. But anything for a view, they think, oh, it's ridiculous.
It really is. That's how you spread misinformation,
Yep. But it's all we have is misinformation.
I don't know. Maybe they'll get, tomorrow is Thursday, right? And then Friday, and now there's going to be a big snowstorm. I don't know what Idaho's. Does anybody know what the weather's supposed to be like up there?
So you're
Are they getting
lucky. I
snow?
love snow.
Oh, you love it? Okay. Oh,
I miss
no.
snow.
Oh, did you see the tornadoes in Alabama?
No.
Oh my gosh. People are devastated. There's 3 confirmed. I think there's 3 confirmed dead and people missing, and just,
oh my God.
Yeah, very devastating.
Wow. No.
And yeah, I don't know if they're going to be moving up, but the rest of the country is going to be, a lot of it's going to be hit with snow tomorrow, some with rain, some with ice. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. And so many people, somebody just said like they're in, I don't know, in Montana or something, they're getting a bad snowstorm too. And it's like everybody's going to be on a snow day. That's why I said, yeah, I'll check in, because I think everybody's going to be on the snow day, and I think it's supposed to carry over like through Saturday or something, isn't it?
Oh my goodness.
I think so. Sharon, you saw the forecast, right?
Sharon, are you awake?
Sharon? Oh no, Sharon.
Sharon. Maybe she
can't be. She got it. Remember, she got up kind of late today.
Yeah, but she told me.
She was Sharon, check your mute button. Remember, she was talking on mute last time.
Oh no.
She just said about 10 minutes ago she was talking on mute.
Yeah, but she messaged me too, and I don't know if she's sleeping.
What'd she say? She was going to sleep?
No, I mean, she wasn't going to do.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
Oh,
but
gosh.
Hear her, Sharon. She never falls asleep at this hour.
I know. Maybe she went to the bathroom. She'll be right back.
It's like afternoon for her.
I know.
Yeah.
It was so hot here today. It was unbelievable.
Oh no, how hot was it up there? Down there. Wait, over there.
Up.
Oh, up there. Up there.
Down there for you, but to me, to Australia, up there. And I'm seeing lightning, but there'll be no rain out of it. It's just so humid and so hot.
Oh, I wish it was hot. It's so cold here.
I think the feel like temperature, it wasn't the actual number, but it doesn't matter. It feels like it was about 102 Fahrenheit today.
Yeah, it's just so cold here.
Humidity. It's just You know, it's just so humid that you get like thunderstorms, but you know, there's nothing in it. There will be.
It's even
There will
chilly
be.
here.
One of these days, no, not here. I could take a little bit of chill right now, actually.
It's so cold and so you leave something in the car and you go to get it out. It's like so cold. Everything. Oh my gosh. It's just, I hate it. And it's not even as cold as it gets. It gets much colder than this and it's already too cold. Oh.
Well, this isn't as hot as it's gonna get, and it's already too hot.
Yeah, I just hope we don't, I'm glad we're not getting, I think down by Christie, she's getting ice rain. And I just don't want the ice rain because that's really bad at taking down the power lines. So I just hope if we get some snow. And Sharon kept saying that I had to check my weather. Carolyn, check your weather. I'm like, oh, is it bad news, Sharon? I don't want to hear it. I hate hearing it.
Yeah, I said, I think you want to look.
Oh, there she is. She's not asleep.
Hey,
Hey.
We were calling you and
I had to go to the bathroom.
oh, that's what I figured. What did you want to ask her, Nicole?
I don't remember now.
Are we off or on?
No, we're still on.
All right.
But as soon as I had to go into the massage chair. As soon as this, I 3 minutes, then I'm gonna. Yeah, that's why I got on my phone.
As soon as your phone comes into the Zoom, I know you're going into that chair.
Oh my gosh. I just didn't want to fall asleep on the live because can you imagine? Carolyn.
So what? I fall asleep when I'm in here.
Stop the live. Yeah, but we'd be live and then nobody could stop it until I woke up and got
we could all do that all night.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You've done marathons. You've done marathon. You didn't stay up throughout the whole marathon.
No, but we knew it was a marathon and I was going to bed. I didn't just fall asleep on the freaking live. Oh my gosh. I wonder how I think there's an arrest coming very soon. I would say, didn't we have a case like this and we were saying, I think there'll be an arrest in like 3 days, 7 days. I forget which case that was, but I think they're gonna. Sometimes what I find, like with Leilani, they didn't have an arrest for a long time, and then they did it right before Thanksgiving. And sometimes they do that when a holiday is coming. Maybe they'll have one, shortly before Christmas, or. But I'm thinking like in the next 7 days. I think before Christmas they're going to have an arrest.
I think so.
This is like I've been reading about this case all night on Twitter and different places and looking at different questions, and a lot of the questions are the exact same questions we have. Like this girl Alicia says, who exactly made the 911 call and what was the exact situation? We need more details on that. I don't know if it was calling for an unconscious person. They're saying that doesn't make sense. Why didn't the dog bark? There's a lot of questions as to why the dog didn't go crazy at all. And why only those 4 and not the remaining 2 on the bottom floor.
Right.
Those are the questions.
Yeah, but they're saying they keep saying the unconscious person is one of the survivors that saw something and passed out.
Okay.
That's what they're saying. And that's why someone, I don't know, still, I guess the other one called friends. And then somebody called 911 with one of the girls' phones.
I can't believe that they wouldn't call 911 first.
I don't know, unless like I said, there's something there that they were worried about.
Well, right. Because, I heard the theory, well, maybe they didn't, like calling the police or whatever. These were educated, right?
Yeah.
College people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, then how? Come on. You call the cops.
The dog not barking is suspicious to a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people. I mean, did the dog know the person?
Or
Was
did
the
they
dog in a
whoever
crate?
owned the
That'd
dog,
be
did
my
they put the
guess.
dog outside and then figure, oh, well, I'll wait for a few minutes till the dog comes inside. And that's when that person just slipped in the door. And then when he was leaving, oh no, was the door wide open when the police got there or not?
No idea.
Because maybe the person that did it all, grabbed the dog and threw the dog back in the house.
What kind of dog was it?
A Labradoodle or a golden doodle. One of those doodles.
Yeah.
Now, someone is saying that the landlord, or the previous tenant rather, confirmed that there's a sound barrier between the first two floors, or the second and third floor, maybe. I don't know. A lot of people are saying all kinds of different things,
Okay, let me ask this because I still haven't had it answered and I haven't looked this case up. There was a landlord, okay? Was each room separately leased out?
I don't know.
Did all of the people in the house know one another?
I think so.
Yeah, there's pictures with them all together.
Did the girls share rooms?
I don't think so.
So
I don't know.
So there were 4 girls killed and there were 4 girls in 4 different bedrooms?
Where was the dog found?
I don't know.
Nobody knows what I'm asking. Did I ask it too weird or something?
What did you say? Say it again, Sharon.
There's 4 girls.
Yeah.
Okay. Did they share rooms?
I don't think so.
All right. Then
Because
there were 4 separate bedrooms, right?
I don't know how many bedrooms there were in the house.
They were on 2 different floors, the 2nd and 3rd floor, right?
And there were on the first floor, there were 2 people that did not get killed. So there were 6 people in the
them.
Yeah, and then there were people on the
So
first
out
floor.
of 6 people who lived in that house, 4 were killed.
Correct.
I mean, is it possible the dog freaked out and ran off? I don't know.
I don't think so because they got him and he was returned to Jack. So they said they brought him to like the SPCA, and then they called responsible adult, and then they show you Jack taking him. Yeah, I better close up the light. Otherwise, I am going to fall asleep in the massage chair, and then I'm going to be, oh boy, it's been a long day. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. What tomorrow brings, you never know. It's like that you can get up, and it's like, who would have thought, right? That day that Delphi, what he was expecting that.
Yeah.
You know, you just never know. They've always got to be. There was another case besides the one with Leilani, where they're waiting for the rest. It was with Letitia Stalk, it was kind of like that too. Remember, she was giving those interviews. Everybody was like, "What the heck is going on?" She was saying she wasn't being treated right, and then all those crazy stories she had. with Gannon South. And then
Right.
even then, she even got to go and leave and go all the way to South Carolina, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then by way of Florida somehow, because, or however the heck she dropped that suitcase off under that underpass.
Right.
That was
Yeah.
another one we're waiting every day. Like, when are they going to arrest her?
Mm-hmm.
And then she came back and she tried to escape, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Ladies are shady. They what's her face who's in jail in Idaho? What the hell's her name?
Another one, Daybell. How long it was to arrest them?
Daybell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy to arrest them. Took forever. But yeah.
Imagine if it was their decision to come back from Hawaii. Does
Yeah.
that even make sense?
Right, and remember they kept going out to Hawaii and asking the where are the kids? Where are the kids? Oh my gosh,
yeah.
that was nuts. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many where it just takes so long to get them arrested.
Law enforcement bringing them back to Idaho from Hawaii.
Right.
And what I said is they acted like it was their choice.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to leave Hawaii or not. I mean, it was weird.
Yeah.
Unless it's a state that doesn't
Well, no, remember she was supposed to, she had to go there and she just didn't go, and then they got her, and then he was still, oh, yeah, and then bye. Okay. But, and then they were digging up his yard that day, remember? And then he wasn't arrested, remember? And then he was out in the street, and they arrested him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, they can walk around right to the last minute, even run around. So really, any of these people could be on their radar, and you just need, it's just a matter of time to put the pieces together. Like, have they seized, like somebody said, all the electronics and stuff. Everybody's phone, like, the girl's phone, Ethan's phone, and Zaina's phone is going to be telling if they had any messages with anybody that could have been threatening them, or upset at them, or something like that. Emails, it's a lot to go through. Then there's social media posts and all of that.
Yeah. All of it. There's a lot. I'm sure there's a lot.
Yeah, so they have to go through all of it. But I'm going to start a new Zoom, and then I think I'm going to go for one more round in the massage chair and then go to bed. But if you want to come into the Zoom, come back into the new Zoom. And Elle, I don't know if you know where the community posts are, because that's where I put the Zoom numbers.
Oh, okay.
Like when I start new Zooms like this one, you can see it. If you look at a community post, it'll have the new Zoom.
Where's the community post?
What kind of device do you access YouTube with?
I use my phone because my iPad got hacked.
Oh, okay. Well, then you could still, if you go to this channel, right, and you go where it says videos, and it says, do you see one that says community?
Let me see.
Up above, it'd be on not all the way.
If you go to to the main channel page.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to sleep, Nicole?
No, are you?
No.
See, main channel page.
Yeah, like
I can't find it.
If you just click on my logo, like Mommy Ramblings, then it usually will bring you to the main channel. Here, let me.
No, I can't. Oh, here we go. Mommy Ramblings?
Right.
No, that's okay. We'll
Yeah.
try it another day.
If you get to the main channel page, okay, and just go to it's you.
See, hold on. Maybe I can do it this way. I can try it on my iPad. Okay, Mommy.
Yeah, but see, I don't know if the iPad is going to give you the community tab. So that's where you have to do it on your phone. Let me see if I can.
Okay, I have it. I have your main page now. Now where
Right,
do
and
I
you
go?
see the tabs up on top where it says like videos, live. Do you see where it says community? Here, let me see if I can get you the direct link over here.
No, I don't.
All right, let me see if I can put the direct link
You
here.
can swipe to the towards the left, up there on the right somewhere. That's
No,
where
I
the
don't have
community
it.
controls
I have
are.
iPad.
Hold on, I'm going to get you the direct link here.
Okay,
All right. Okay.
thank you.
Now I'm going to put this in the chat in here, in Slack right here. Do you see where it says chat on your phone, like on the bottom?
Yes.
Okay. So there's the chat, right? I mean, there's the link that I just sent in. Now see if you can click on that, and that should bring you to the main channel where you'll see home, video, shorts, live, playlists, and then community.
Okay, let's see. Chat. Okay. Mom and Ramblings.
Right, and do you see like right under there it says home, video, shorts, live, playlist, community?
Shorts. Subscriptions,
Videos, shorts, lives, playlists, community.
I don't have that. I have home, shorts, subscriptions, and library.
That's weird. Okay, well I can just send it to you.
Is that on your phone now?
Yeah.
Really? Because your phone should have the community tab. Your
You might have
iPad
to
may not, but your
scroll
phone.
at the top. You might have to scroll at the very top.
So weird.
But you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
So I do too, and I have it. So I wonder why you're not seeing that. That is weird, but I mean, I can send it a new one to you when I open up the new one. If you want to come in and
Wait. Playlist. What am I looking for now?
Community
Community.
should be right after playlist.
I don't have playlists. I have home, shorts, library, home, video, shorts.
Oh, you're looking on the side, I think, but you've got to look right under my name, right under my logo, on the top, not on the side.
No, I'm screaming on mute. She's there. You're there. Where it says home video shorts, live playlist.
Do I have to open the app first?
You just scroll over. After playlists, it says community membership, store channels. You just have to scroll over a little more.
Yeah, it won't scroll.
To the very top, from the top.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it scrolls right at your
That
So it's-
line that says
home
video, shorts, whatever.
live playlist. And after
Line.
playlist, it says, yeah.
Yeah, like-
Mine won't scroll. It won't scroll. Isn't that weird?
Really? Because I'm going to go on my iPhone now and go to your channel.
Playlist.
Yeah, you've
Okay,
got to move it over with your finger. Just keep
Yeah.
moving. You move, actually touch it, and it slides.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got playlist, channels, about, search.
Okay, I'm going to show you something. Hold on a
It
minute.
should say playlists community. Does it say community after playlists?
Nope.
No? Oh, no. Maybe it's just.
Here, I want to show you something. Let me see if I can show you on my
That's how I
phone
get
itself.
there.
Let me see.
There's another way. There might be.
Okay, see, like right here, you have to swipe this. See how it moves? Well, see, it'll move.
Where are
This
you?
right up here on the right. See, this is Mommy Ramblings, and you have to move this. Right here, it moves with your finger. See it moving?
Oh,
You have to move it. And then it'll go to, you'll see community. You have to actually, you can just touch it and move it across.
create playlists.
It shouldn't be, okay, it
Home
should,
video source.
right, it should be, do you see where it says like my name and then hashtag true crime and everything? Because that's where you should be. You should be on that page, and then under that, it should let you move it across.
I'll show you what page I'm
It
on.
just
You see?
slides. Let me see. We can't. I can't see.
You have to turn your camera on.
You have to turn your camera on because I can't see it.
My camera on.
Yeah, because I can't. We can't see anything. Just your name.
It just asked you to start your videos. You say yes on it. It should a little pop up.
I don't know how to put my camera on.
Do you see something saying start your video?
On Zoom.
On the Zoom down at the bottom where there's.
Here, I just
mute.
asked you again. Do you see where it says start your video? The host asked you to start your video.
Let's see. Hold on. Okay.
Okay, you got it. Now just turn your phone so we can see where you are. Like put your phone up to your camera, wherever your camera is.
Now I have to go back to where I was.
Oh, she probably can't show it to us because that's what her camera is. She doesn't
Yeah,
have
she's
two
on-
cameras.
no.
If she, yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. I don't want to keep you guys.
No, I'll just send it to you. It's good for like, because we're staying on it for like 24 hours. I'll send you a new one, and then if you want to come on at any time, you can come on.
Thank you. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Thanks, Elle.
Bye.
All right,
Bye.
everybody, bye.
Bye.
Okay, all right, guys, we'll see you. All right, I'll start the Zoom after. I'll just end this now. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. We'll see you tomorrow.